treat your feet. Tweet your feet. No, don't tweet your feet. Treat your feet. Tweeting your feet's for a whole other thing. I'm talking about $34 socks. Certainly not cheap, but if you're planning on hiking any significant mileage at all, hear me out. And you might just decide to pamper your pads as well. Trust me, these things can heal your heel and be a balm for your soul. Have you ever gotten out on the trail and realized that you didn't wear the right pair of socks? I know I have, and I always immediately regret the decision. I always put so much time and money and focus on my gear and my kit and dialing everything in just right. Why do I neglect my socks? It's easy to overlook, but it can really put a damper on your trip, literally. Hey y'all, my name is Adam and this is Sad Camps, and I love talking about getting outside with my kids and all the gear that comes along with it. If you like those things too, please hang out and subscribe. Join me on this whole YouTube journey thing. I'm having fun with it. I hope you are too. I'm glad to have you here. All right, so last fall, I made a pretty big rookie mistake when I went out on a 5-day backpacking trip in Glacier National Park. I put so much thought and effort into all my gear for the trip, but I made my sock selection an afterthought, and at the very last minute, grabbed a couple pairs. And this proved to be a pretty big mistake. I grabbed 2 pairs of socks, one of which I had never hiked in before. They were yak wool, and another pair that I'd hiked in but I had never backpacked in before. The yak wool was interesting and comfy, but it started to give me blisters pretty quickly into the trip. So I had to switch over to my backup pair, but then those ended up getting soaked in a rainstorm. So then I had to switch back to the yak wool ones, and then I found out that the ones that got wet were not made of wool, and they did not dry for the rest of the trip. Luckily, there was only 2 days left at that point, and I was able to make it out with a blister-causing pair. But I came home and I thought, never again. So that's where these Silverlight hiking socks come in. So full disclosure, they sent these to me to try, but this is not sponsored by them, and there's no requirements around my reviews. So my thoughts here are completely my own honest opinions. But y'all, they are amazing. Honestly, I've never bought socks this expensive for myself before, and I probably wouldn't have bought these, to be honest. But if somebody had convinced me of this and I had gone and spent $34 on a pair of these socks, I would not be disappointed. So give me a few minutes, hear me out. I'll explain why I think that you will be happy with them. So first of all, this isn't just any sock, okay? This is the Silverlight Hiking Sock, and I'll get into what that means. But to me, I'd go so far to say as this is a modern marvel when it comes to outdoor footwear. There hasn't been too much innovation in the outdoor sock world since the inclusion of merino wool, and that was like 30 years ago. So let's talk about the design of these socks. Silverlight says that their socks were designed with a simple yet ambitious goal: the ultimate hiking sock. A sock that tackles the common discomforts that hikers face. So these socks are a blend of 40% nylon, 53% New Zealand merino wool, 5% silver yarn, and 2% spandex. I can tell you that this sock is not only comfortable, it's also durable and blister blocking. So yes, you heard me right. 5% silver yarn. So let's talk about that. This is part of what sets Silverlight apart. Silverlight uses these silver coated threads, which silver ions are naturally purifiers, kill bacteria, and they prevent odors. You combine that with the New Zealand merino wool, they offer a moisture-wicking, quick drying experience, which are also very comfortable on the trail. But it's more than just comfort. It also includes and provides compression. The sock feels very supportive in all the right places, doesn't feel, you know, like it's squishing your toes together. And they also make an ankle height version that is great for trail running. Their claim is that durability is a key feature. Now, I've only had these for a couple months now, and so I can't speak to long-term durability, but short-term wise, I've gotten quite a few miles in on them. I haven't noticed any wear and tear yet. They seem to be holding up very well. They still feel very strong on the compression side. They claim that they will stay hole-free and maintain that form even after many miles and many washes. And how often have you bought a decent pair of socks and then worn them for a season, and then a year later, or maybe even less, you've got, you know, thin spots on the heel or a toe poking through, and you've got to just throw them out? Silverlight claims that these test in the top 1% of durability in the sock industry. But what's maybe even more impressive is Silverlight's lifetime warranty. They say, in no uncertain terms, that if you're unhappy with them for any reason whatsoever, you can return them for a full refund, no questions asked. But I would say that a true test of a product lies in the hands of the customers, or I guess the feet in this case. But their product online comes with a 4.9 star review with hundreds of reviews. So they seem to be delivering on their promises. And speaking of reviews, if you're liking this, would you mind hitting that little button right there? Give me one of those. I'd really appreciate it. It'd help me grow this channel, help this video get out to more people. But anyway, I would look at buying these as an investment in a piece of gear that you're going to be using for years to come. You know, they're roughly twice the price of a good pair of hiking socks, like wool hiking socks. But I mean, how many pairs of those have you bought and thrown away over the years? As long as you can keep the laundry monster from, you know, not taking one of your Silverlight socks, then these should last you a long time. And if they don't, there's the lifetime warranty that you can get them replaced. And on top of all that, they donate 1% towards reforestation. And I think that's pretty cool. I like trees. So like I said before, this is not sponsored, but I do have an affiliate link below. If you would like to support the channel and try out these socks, go buy them through that link. I'll get a small kickback from them. It's no more cost to you if you purchase through there. So why not give them a try? With that guarantee, there's no risk, and I feel confident saying that you're going to like them. And 3 more things. If you watched this far, thank you. Would you consider subscribing? I'm trying to grow this channel, trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. And number 3, watch this video.